Hi, welcome back to Layden's All. Today I talk about, I want to talk a little bit about tomato plants and how you can actually protect them against pest and mildew, blossom end rot. There's a few things you can do. Against pest, there's a few plants, companion plants that you can plant with tomatoes which really help. You can use parsley, onions, chives, any more or less any plant that has a really strong smell. Now, the one plant, there's a couple plants that you shouldn't plant with tomatoes, and that's anything in nightshades like tomatoes, or not tomatoes. Tomatoes is a nightshade plant, like potatoes. They definitely should not be planted next to your tomato plants. The problem is any disease a potato plant can get, it can pass it to a tomato plant with no problem at all. The best plant or companion plant for your tomato is basil. Any basil works really well because basil has a really strong smell, a really strong flavor. What it does is it masks the smell of your tomatoes when they start growing. And most pests are not visual. Most pests are scent activated. They follow the scent more than they do the visual part. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do. First things first though, I'm going to keep your tomato plants, the leaves at the base of your tomato plants need to be trimmed off. And don't worry, this will not hurt your tomato plants. This actually keeps your leaves from touching the ground, keeps mildew and besides, you want to grow tomatoes, not leaves. That's one thing with tomatoes, is they will produce a ton of leaves if you leave them alone. Now my tomatoes are Roma. They're my favorite tomatoes to grow because we do a lot of canning, and they're a paste tomato. And we find that they work the best for us. Now I haven't pruned these this year. This is the first time because they were only young seedlings about a little over a week ago. I planted these guys, and they're growing really well. We've had some hot weather, and I've managed to be able to keep them watered quite well. This one's actually even starting to produce some flowers, which should be okay now. Normally, I wouldn't let them grow. If they were in pots and they started producing flowers, I would just tear the flowers off because they're too young to be producing flowers at that point. So yeah, this is a basil plant, green, which is more of the traditional basil for most people. Now I'm just putting two in here because it's a very small planting area over here. Now I use wood chips as a mulch. The only thing I advise with wood chips is don't actually bury them in the ground because they will pull every bit of nitrogen out of the ground to start to break down the wood chips. And you also lose a lot of the other nutritional values that's in the soil. So I use wood chips, but I always just keep them on the surface. And once this growing season's over, I will scrape all the wood chips up to one far corner, and then I will plant, and then I will spread the wood chips back out again. And they usually last about 4 years doing that. So that's what I've always done. Whew, it's getting warm in the greenhouse right now. I bet you it's got to be pushing 25 to 30 degrees Celsius in here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe consider subscribing. Smash that like button. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. And thanks for watching.